My late brother's wife confessed her love for me at a birthday party. Before we begin the story, make sure to subscribe to our channel and never miss more incredible stories every day. My late brother's wife confessed her love for me at a birthday party. Noah, I'm in love with you. Claire says it like she's confessing to a crime, not a feeling. And for a second, the whole birthday party blurs into a single, ringing note. It's my mom's 58th, and the house is packed. Paper plates, loud laughter that's a little too loud, the smell of candles and meatballs, and that lemon cleaner she always uses when she wants things to look normal. My brother Ethan should be here making fun of the happy birthday banner like he always did. He's been gone 8 months, and I still catch myself turning my head when someone laughs like him. Claire stands in the narrow hallway by the coat closet, half hidden from the living room. She's wearing the blue sweater Ethan bought her last Christmas, the one he said made her eyes look dangerous. Her hands shake around a folded napkin like it's the only thing keeping her upright. Claire, I whisper, because saying her name out loud feels like stepping on broken glass. Her mouth opens, closes. I can't keep pretending I don't feel it. Not tonight. A burst of laughter erupts from the kitchen. Diane, my mom, calls, Noah, come take a picture, like nothing in the world is cracked. My chest tightens with two opposite instincts. Run toward my family and run away from them forever. Ethan's face flashes in my mind. His grin, his stupid jokes, the way he hugged me so hard my ribs hurt the last time I saw him. What are you saying? I ask, and I hate how small my voice sounds. Claire swallows, eyes glossy but steady. I'm saying I think about you the way I shouldn't. I'm saying it scares me. I'm saying I needed you to know. Behind us, a floorboard creaks. Someone's coming down the hall. I look at Claire, and the guilt hits so hard it's almost physical, like I'm already betraying Ethan just by standing here. But under that guilt is something worse, recognition. A warmth I've been smothering for months, pretending it's just empathy. What do you do when the person you miss becomes the person standing in front of you? I ask, more to myself than her. Claire's fingers pinch the napkin until it tears. You stop lying, she whispers. And then Diane's shadow slides across the hallway wall toward us. 8 months earlier, the hospital called me while I was in a grocery store, staring at bruised bananas and thinking about nothing. A nurse asked if I was next of kin. My brain didn't accept the phrase. Ethan was 32. He ran half marathons. He texted me dumb memes at 2 a.m. People like that don't become late. They said it was an accident. Later, details came in jagged pieces. Wet road, a guardrail, a truck driver who swore he never saw him. At the funeral, Claire stood straight in a black dress. Ethan's ring on a chain around her neck like if she let go, she'd fall through the earth. Afterward, my family snapped into a new shape. Diane got rigid. Schedules, casseroles, thank you notes, keeping busy. She hated silence because silence let Ethan in. She treated Claire like fragile glass, until Claire didn't come over, and then Diane treated it like betrayal. I coped the way I always do, by disappearing. I took extra shifts. I answered texts with thumbs-up emojis. I told myself I was giving Claire space, giving my mom stability, giving everyone what they needed. Truth is, I was avoiding Claire. 2 weeks after the funeral, she showed up at my apartment with a cardboard box. Ethan's hoodie, his favorite mug, a stack of forwarded mail. She didn't sit. She didn't cry. She just held the box out like she was returning a borrowed thing. I didn't know what to do with these, she said. You could keep them, I offered. If you want. Her eyes flicked to the photo of Ethan and me on my table. I can't keep living surrounded by his ghosts, she said. And I can't hand them to your mom. She'll turn them into a shrine. I tried to soften it with a joke. Yeah, that sounds like her. For a second, Claire's composure cracked. Do you ever feel like he's going to walk in any second? She asked. My throat burned. I wanted to say yes. Instead I said, you should eat. You look tired. Claire's face hardened. Noah, you don't have to take care of me. I'm not, I lied. She nodded like she heard the lie and filed it away. Okay, then I'll go. When she left, I didn't follow her. The next day, Ethan's ring box sat empty at the bottom. Tonight, Diane decides we are doing birthdays properly. That means the good china, the embroidered runner that only comes out for holidays, and a playlist of upbeat 90s songs that makes everyone clap on the wrong beat. It also means no one says Ethan's name unless it's wrapped in something polite. People keep telling Diane she looks amazing, like volume can erase grief. My mom laughs too hard. She keeps touching the necklace Ethan gave her last year, the one she swore she'd never take off. Claire arrives 10 minutes late, carrying a cake box like a peace offering. Diane's smile freezes for half a second before she pastes it back on. "Oh, Claire," Diane says. "You didn't have to." Claire's shoulders tense. "I wanted to." I hover near the hallway, pretending to check my phone. When Claire's eyes find mine, I look away fast, like eye contact is a contract. Marcus texts me from the driveway. "I'm here. Do you need me to fake a stomach bug and rescue you?" I type, "Just come in. And be normal." He replies, "I'm literally incapable of that." In the kitchen, Diane lines up plates with military precision. "We're fine," she says, not to anyone in particular. My cousin asks, "So, how's work, Noah?" "It's work," I say. Diane cuts in before there's silence. "Noah's doing great. He's always been the stable one." Stable. Like a table leg. Like a thing that doesn't get to fall apart. When someone mentions last year's party, Diane's fork hits a glass. "Let's not," she says softly. "We're celebrating today." Claire sets the cake on the counter. Her hand lingers on the lid like she's bracing herself. "Ethan loved your birthdays," she says, and the room goes quiet. Diane's jaw tightens. "Claire." Claire's cheeks flush. "I'm sorry. Diane leans closer, voice low. "We don't talk about that here. Not tonight." The words hang between them, heavy and final. Claire nods like she's been slapped politely. I should step in. I should say something. Instead, I grab napkins and walk away. When I turn back, Claire is watching me, and then she slips into the hallway. I tell myself I'm only following Claire to make sure she's okay. That's my favorite lie. Make it sound noble, and I don't have to admit I'm curious. The hallway is narrow, lined with family photos. Ethan's graduation picture is right at eye level, smiling like the world hasn't changed. Claire stops beside the coat closet, back to the wall, breathing like she ran upstairs. "You shouldn't be alone right now," I say. Claire lets out a short laugh with no humor. "That's funny coming from you." "What's that supposed to mean?" "It means you've been alone right in front of me for months." Her voice shakes, then steadies. "I keep waiting for you to look at me like I'm a person, not a reminder." I swallow. "Claire, I'm trying to respect." "My husband," she finishes. "I know." We stand there with Ethan's face watching us from the wall. I hear Diane in the kitchen, clinking plates, controlling the universe one fork at a time. Claire presses her palm to her sternum. "I wasn't going to say anything tonight," she whispers. "Then don't," I say too quickly. "Please." Her eyes flash. "I can't. Not after what your mom said. Not after 8 months of everyone deciding what I'm allowed to feel." I shake my head. "This isn't about rules. It's about Ethan." "It is about Ethan," she says, and her voice breaks. "Because I loved him. I still do. And I hate myself for what I'm about to say." My heart pounds like it's trying to escape. She steps closer, close enough that I can smell vanilla frosting. "Noah," she says, "I'm in love with you." It lands with weight. Not dramatic, not romantic, just heavy. I don't move. My brain scrambles for a safe response, a correct response, a response Ethan would forgive. None exist. Claire's eyes search mine like she's begging for anything. Anger, rejection, even pity. A door hinge squeaks in the living room. Footsteps. Claire flinches. "If someone hears this, I'm done," she whispers. The hallway light flickers as someone reaches for the switch. The switch clicks. Light floods the hallway. I step back so fast my shoulder hits a photo frame, and the glass rattles. Claire's eyes widen. Then she turns her face into something neutral, something survivable. Marcus appears at the end of the hall, holding a six-pack like a peace treaty. "There you are," he says, then his gaze darts between us. Am I interrupting?" "No," I say too loud. "We were just—" Claire brought the cake. Marcus raises an eyebrow like sure she did. Claire forces a smile. "Happy birthday to your mom," she says. Diane calls from the kitchen. "Noah, we need you." Like I'm a tool she misplaced. I nod at Claire. I don't know what response doesn't ruin something. I walk into the bright, loud room where everyone is laughing like they signed a contract to be okay. My hands shake as I grab plates and pretend I'm fine tonight. I try to focus on normal details. Frosting, candles, the way Diane keeps checking her phone like Ethan might text. But all I can hear is Claire's voice. "I'm in love with you." I tell myself it's grief talking. Widows cling to safety. I'm just the brother-shaped object left in the room. And the worst part is, a small, selfish part of me feels relieved, like someone finally named the thing I've been choking down. Then Diane blows out the candles and keeps her eyes closed a beat too long. Everyone cheers anyway. Diane smiles like porcelain. Claire sits at the far end of the table, alone. My mom doesn't look at her once. My phone buzzes in my pocket. I glance down under the table. A text from Claire, "Please don't hate me. I'm sorry. I found something of Ethan's." My throat tightens. I type, "What did you find?" 3 dots appear. Disappear. Appear again. Across the table, Diane reaches for Claire's wrist with a too tight smile. "Honey," she says, loud enough for everyone. "You're leaving early, right?" Claire's face goes pale. My phone buzzes again. Ethan paid storage unit 4C through July, and I have the key. I push back from the table, so abruptly my chair scrapes the floor. Diane looks up, startled. "Where are you going?" "Bathroom," I lie. "In the hallway." I type. "Are you serious? What's in 4C?" Claire replies almost instantly. "I don't know. I never went. Ethan told me not to." That sentence punches harder than the confession did. I slip out the side door into the night air, my heart pounding. The driveway is crowded with cars. Claire stands near her trunk like she's waiting for an Uber, arms wrapped around herself. "You got my text," she says. "Yeah." I answer, and my voice comes out rough. "Why did Ethan have a storage unit?" Claire swallows. "He opened it a few months before the accident." She doesn't say before he died. She can't. "He paid 6 months in cash. He told me if anything happened, I'd find the key taped under his desk drawer." "And you waited 8 months?" Her eyes flash with something like anger. "I didn't want to know," she admits. "And your mom? She would have burned the world down if she thought Ethan had secrets." "So you brought it up at my mom's birthday," I say. "I brought it up when she told me to shut up about my husband like he was an embarrassing stain." Claire snaps. Then she softens, eyes glossy. "I'm sorry. I didn't plan the timing. I just couldn't swallow it anymore." She opens her purse and pulls out a small brass key on a ring. There's a faded red tag, for C. My fingers close around it, and it feels warm, like it's been waiting in someone's hand for a long time. "There's more," Claire says quietly. "What do you mean, more?" She hesitates, then hands me her phone. On the screen is a saved draft of a voicemail, dated March 14th, 2 weeks before the accident. Ethan's name is at the top, and underneath it is a transcribed line Claire must have replayed 100 times. "Noah, if Mom tells you I was fine, she's lying. Please, listen." My stomach drops. "Why didn't you give me this?" Claire's voice is barely a whisper. "Because I didn't know if you could handle the truth." The porch light clicks on behind us, and Diane's silhouette fills the doorway. Diane steps onto the porch in slippers, cardigan pulled tight like armor. The party noise spills out behind her, laughter, clinking glasses, while her eyes lock onto us in the driveway. "Claire," she calls, sweet as frosting. "There you are? I thought you left." Claire straightens. "I was getting air." Diane's gaze snaps to me. "Noah, why are you outside? Your uncle is asking for you." The key burns in my fist. I shove it into my pocket fast. "Just checking on Claire." "How kind," Diane says, smile unmoving. Then, to Claire, softer but sharp, "We don't do scenes on my birthday." "I'm not making a scene," Claire answers, but her voice trembles. My mom tilts her head. "People notice when you look unstable." Something in me flares. Ethan loved Claire's steadiness. He trusted her with things he never trusted Diane with. Claire's fingers clamp around her phone. "I should go?" Diane's relief flashes before she hides it. "That's probably best." Claire looks at me, and the panic there isn't about leaving. It's about what she just handed me, the voicemail draft, the key, the implication that Ethan was afraid. "Claire," I say quietly, "what else are you holding back?" Her throat works. "Not here." Diane's eyes sharpen. "Holding back what?" I could lie. I should lie. Lying is the grease that keeps my family machine moving. But Ethan's transcribed words, "If Mom tells you I was fine, she's lying," ring in my skull. I step closer to Claire, lowering my voice. "Tell me," I say. "Right now." Claire's composure finally breaks. "Ethan wasn't fine," she blurts. "He was scared. He was trying to leave something for you, because he thought your mom would take it and rewrite him." Diane's face drains of color. "Claire, stop." Claire keeps going, voice shaking. "He made me promise I'd keep it safe." My mom takes one step off the porch, sweetness gone. "Give me your phone," she says. Claire flinches, eyes on mine like I'm her last chance. And Diane reaches out, fingers closing around Claire's wrist. I move without thinking. I catch my mom's wrist before she can snatch Claire's phone. Mom, I say. Stop. Diane's eyes go hard. Let go. Claire pulls free, breathing fast. I'm leaving, she says. I'm not doing this. Claire drives off. Diane watches her taillights, then turns on me. What did she tell you? Nothing. I lie. Don't you dare, she whispers. Ethan would be disgusted. That line lands like a slap. I swallow my anger and survive the rest of the night on autopilot. After midnight, I'm in my apartment with Marcus. I dump everything on my kitchen table. The storage key, screenshots, dates, and that one transcribed line from Ethan. Please, listen. My guilt sits there too, all heavy and useless right now. Marcus leans over my shoulder. Confession aside, storage unit is the real story. Claire has texted photos she took from Ethan's desk, an invoice from Riverside Storage. Unit 4C, paid $1,200 in cash on January 3rd. At the bottom, Ethan's handwriting. If asked, say it's holiday decorations. Marcus whistles. That's a cover. I open Ethan's old email, still logged in on my phone because he used to steal my Netflix password. Buried in archives is a confirmation email labeled Receipts, Do Not Forward. Then a keypad code reset request submitted on March 14th, 2 weeks before the accident. My thumb hovers over the date like it might bite me. Marcus points. March 14, that's the voicemail draft date. I scroll to Ethan's calendar. One entry stands out. Meet Ray. Bring envelope. No mom. Location pin. A diner off the highway. Ray as in Uncle Ray? Marcus asks. The family fixer? I nod, throat tight. Why would Ethan meet him in secret? Marcus taps the key. Because whatever's in 4C is a problem. I stare at the brass tag, Ethan's neat numbers, and notice something Claire didn't. A tiny letter scratched after the C, for CR. My skin goes cold. Because Ethan never added letters unless he was labeling a person. Riverside Storage sits behind a car wash and a taco place. Like secrets prefer cheap rent. The office smells like bleach. A board manager slides a clipboard toward me. Unit number? She asks. 4C. Marcus hangs back. Ethan's set alone. He reminds me. I nod and make him wait outside the row. He doesn't like it, but he does it. The storage lanes stretch like metal hallways. I find 4C, slide the key into the padlock, and the lock pops open too easily. For a second I just stand there, listening to my own breathing. Then I roll the door up. It's not holiday decorations. It's Ethan, boxed, labeled, organized like he had time. A bin right in front is marked Noah first. Next to it is a smaller tote labeled Ray. Farther back sits Ethan's old carry-on. I open the Noah bin. On top, a manila envelope with my name in his handwriting. Under it, a sealed prepaid phone and a USB drive taped to a notebook. My hands shake as I open the envelope. The letter is dated March 12th. His handwriting looks steady, intentional. Noah, it starts. If you're reading this, I didn't get to explain in person. Please don't let Mom turn this into something simple. I swallow hard and keep going. Claire might say something that confuses you. Don't punish her for being human. I'm the one who made her carry too much. Then the line that makes my stomach drop. If Mom tells you I was fine, she's lying. Not because she's evil, because she can't survive the truth. I flip the page and feel my pulse spike. The accident won't look like an accident when you see the receipts. Ray will try to handle it. Don't let him. Stapled to the back is a printed email chain. Subject, Final Notice, Policy Cancellation, Non-Payment. The date is March 13th. My phone buzzes with a text from Claire. Did you open it? Please tell me you're okay. I can't answer. My throat is too tight to breathe. It shouldn't have power. Because the sealed prepaid phone vibrates in my hands. Once. The prepaid phone shows one new voicemail, time-stamped March 14th, 11:48 p.m. I lock the unit back up with shaking hands and walk out like I'm carrying contraband. In the parking lot, I finally hit play. Ethan's voice crackles through cheap audio, tired but unmistakably him. Noah, he says, if you're hearing this, Mom did what I thought she'd do. She'll say I was fine. She'll say Claire is unstable. Don't buy it. Marcus goes still beside me. Ethan continues, I trusted Uncle Ray to fix something, and now I'm stuck in it. You go to 4C first. You do not let Mom or Ray touch it. And if Mom starts crying about protecting the family, he exhales. Ask her what she's protecting it from. The message ends. I stand there with my stomach in my shoes. On the drive home, Diane calls twice. I don't pick up. Then she leaves a voicemail, voice sweet in a way that makes my skin crawl. Honey, call me. Claire told me you two were talking. I just want to make sure you're not being influenced. When I pull into my apartment lot, Diane's car is already there. She's waiting in the hallway outside my door, cardigan buttoned, eyes red like she practiced the tears. There you are, she says. I was worried. It's 1 a.m, I answer. And you're sneaking around with your brother's widow. She snaps, sweetness gone. Do you have any idea how that looks? It looks like grief, I say. It looks like truth trying to breathe. Diane steps closer. Noah, you don't understand what Claire is doing. She's lonely. She'll attach herself to anyone who reminds her of Ethan. Maybe, I say, voice shaking. Or maybe you're the one attached. Her face hardens. How dare you? She lowers her voice to a hiss. Whatever she gave you, hand it over. You're not equipped for this. I grip my keys so hard they bite my palm. Equipped? Mom, Ethan literally left me a voicemail. Diane freezes. The mask slips for half a second, pure fear, then slams back into place. She opens her purse and slides a business card toward me like a knife. Ray Waters, Consulting. I spoke to your uncle, she says softly, and he's watching you. I don't sleep. I sit at my kitchen table until dawn, replaying Ethan's voicemail until the words stop sounding like words and start sounding like a warning. In the morning, I plug the USB drive into my laptop. It's labeled in Ethan's handwriting, for Noah. 3 folders pop up. Insurance, Ray, MOM. I click insurance first. There's the cancellation notice I saw stapled to his letter. Then bank screenshots. The premium payment reversed twice from an account tied to Diane. My stomach tightens as I open Ray. Screenshots of texts, Ray pushing, name-dropping Diane, calling it family. Then a PDF, a business loan application with Ethan listed as guarantor. The signature looks like his until you zoom in. Ethan highlighted it and typed in the margin, forged. I open MOM last. It's a single audio file, time-stamped March 15th, 1:07 a.m. I put on headphones and hit play. Ethan's voice is low, like he recorded it in a closet. Noah, he says, Mom is in deeper than she's admitting. She let Ray use her to get to me. She keeps saying it's to protect the family, but what she means is protect her image. He exhales, ragged. I'm scared, man. Not of dying. Of them turning my life into their story. The file ends, and I just sit there, hearing Diane's threats in my head and Ethan's truth underneath them. Claire texts me. Can we talk somewhere neutral? Please. We meet at a highway diner, the same location pin from Ethan's calendar. Claire grips her coffee like it's a life raft. He was getting calls at night, she says. Ray, and your mom, crying about the family being ruined. I slide my laptop just enough for her to see forged. Claire's face drains of color. He didn't think the crash would be treated like anything but an accident, she whispers. He said if he died, they'd clean it up. My voice comes out thin. Do you think someone messed with his car? Claire's eyes flick down, then up. I found this in his jacket pocket after the funeral, she says, and slides a crumpled receipt across the table. Auto shop. Date, March 28th, 2 days before the crash. Item, brake line inspection/repair. At the bottom, a note in familiar handwriting. R. Waters approved. Diane doesn't give me time to plan. The next night she texts, family dinner. We need to talk like adults. As if adults ambush each other with pot roast. When I walk in, candles are lit, plates aligned, and Claire is already seated, stiff, pale, like she was summoned. My stomach drops. Diane avoids my eyes. Then I see who's beside her. Uncle Ray smiles at me like a man selling peace. Noah, kiddo, I heard you've been worried. Claire's fingers tighten around her water glass. Her eyes don't leave Ray. Diane folds her napkin with slow precision. Before we eat, she says, we need to clear the air. Claire has been saying inappropriate things. Claire's face flushes. Diane, please. You confessed feelings for Noah at my birthday, Diane says, loud and crisp. And now you're feeding him stories about Ethan. Ray sighs like a concerned professional. Grief makes people latch onto things, he says, looking at Claire. We all need boundaries. Claire's voice trembles. This isn't about boundaries. Ethan. Diane's fork hits the plate. Don't use his name to justify whatever you're doing. You want comfort? Get a therapist. Don't circle my family. Claire flinches, tears bright. I loved him, she whispers. Something in me goes cold and steady. I'm not a child, I say, and I'm done being managed. Diane's eyes narrow. Managed? I pull out my phone and set it on the table. Ethan left me a voicemail. I say. March 14th. Ray's smile twitches. That's impossible. It's not. I answer and I hit play. Ethan's voice fills the room. Tired. Mom will say I was fine. She'll say Claire is unstable. Don't buy it. Don't let Mom or Ray touch it. Ask her what she's protecting it from. Claire covers her mouth, shaking. Diane goes white. Ray's jaw tightens. When it ends, Diane whispers, "You're trying to destroy your mother." "No," I say. "I'm trying to stop you from rewriting my brother." Ray leans back. A voicemail proves nothing. So I slide 2 papers across the table. The loan application with Ethan's forged signature, and the break receipt dated March 28th with R. Waters approved at the bottom. Then explain these, I say. Ray's eyes lift to mine, and his friendly face disappears. Under the table, I see his hand move toward his pocket. Ray doesn't pull a weapon. He pulls his phone, taps once, and looks at me like he's taking inventory. "You have no idea what you're playing with," he says quietly. Claire stands so fast her chair squeals. "I can't do this," she whispers and leaves. Diane points after her. "See? Drama. Manipulation." I follow Claire onto the porch. She's shaking, tears on her cheeks, and the sight of it makes my chest ache in a way that isn't romantic. It's human. "Your mom hates me," she says. "And now your uncle hates you." "My mom is scared," I answer. Claire's eyes harden. Fear isn't the only thing driving her, Noah. She knew about the loan. She knew Ethan was panicking. She chose Ray anyway. The words lodge in my ribs. By morning, the backlash is loud and organized. Diane tells relatives I'm spiraling. She tells people Claire is confusing me. My phone fills with messages that all sound like my mom's voice wearing different mouths. Ethan would be ashamed. "Stop hurting your mother. Leave Claire alone." Claire stops replying. When I finally reach her, she sounds distant. "I should step back," she says. "For your sake." "For my sake," I repeat, and the anger turns hot. "Or because they're punishing you?" Silence is an answer. At work, I make stupid mistakes. I catch myself staring at March dates like they're a different language. My supervisor asks if I'm okay. I lie, because lying is easier than grief. That night, Marcus shows up with takeout and zero patience. He listens, then sets his fork down. "Noah," he says, "your brother didn't leave you a love letter. He left you instructions." "I don't want to destroy my mom," I whisper. "You're not destroying her," Marcus says. "You're refusing to be her cover." He points at the break receipt. If Ray forged Ethan's signature, he's done it before. If he touched Ethan's car, he's capable of worse. My stomach churns. And if Mom helped? Marcus exhales. Then she gets consequences too. I scroll through Ethan's files again. Loan PDF, insurance reversal, voicemail timestamps. The evidence is plain, not dramatic. Just damning. Ray's voicemail ends with a calm threat. "Drop it, Noah." Ray's threat sits in my voicemail inbox like a bruise. The next morning, I do the least dramatic thing possible. I print everything. Loan PDF, email headers, storage invoice, insurance reversal screenshots, the break receipt. I write dates in the margins like I'm studying for an exam I never asked for. Then I go to the police station. I don't say my uncle killed my brother. I say, I have documents showing a forged loan in my brother's name. I say, I have a vehicle repair receipt tied to the same person 2 days before his fatal crash. I hand over copies and keep originals. The officer's posture changes from bored to careful, and that's the first time I feel like reality is finally registering somewhere outside my chest. I call Claire from my car. "I filed a report," I tell her. She goes quiet, then whispers, "Thank you." That night, I go to Diane's house alone. No Marcus, no Claire. Just me and the woman who taught me to smile through pain. She opens the door like she's been waiting. Her eyes are swollen. She looks older than her birthday candles. "You're really doing this," she says. "I am," I answer. "And I'm done being threatened." Diane's jaw tightens. "Ray wouldn't hurt Ethan." "Ethan thought he might," I say, and I play the audio file from the USB. The one where Ethan says, Mom is in deeper than she's admitting. Diane flinches like the words hit her. For a second, the mask drops and I see raw panic. I didn't want him to know, she whispers. Know what? I ask. Diane's breath stutters. Ray said it was temporary, she says, tears spilling. He needed access to paperwork. Ethan would never agree. So, I helped. I told myself it was just forms. My stomach turns. You let him forge my brother. I didn't think he'd go that far, she sobs. I step back, grief turning sharp. Here are my boundaries, I say. You stop contacting Claire. You stop telling people I'm unstable. And you do not warn Ray about what I filed. If you can't do that, you don't get me in your life. Diane's voice is tiny. You're choosing her. I'm choosing the truth, I say. I'm choosing Ethan. She nods, shaking, then disappears into the house. When she returns, she's holding a sealed envelope marked Noah, before the funeral. Back in my apartment, I set the envelope on the table like it might explode. My hands shake the way they did at the storage unit. Grief doesn't go away, it just changes costumes. I call Marcus first. I told Mom I filed a report, I say. Good, he replies. How'd she take it? She admitted she helped Ray get access. I say, and even now the words taste unreal. She cried. She didn't deny it. Marcus exhales. That's the beginning of accountability, not the end. Then I call Claire. I don't rehearse. I just tell the truth. I'm sorry I disappeared on you for months, I say. I thought distance was respect. It was fear. Claire's voice is small. I didn't confess because I wanted to steal Ethan's place, she says. I confessed because I was drowning and you were the only one who looked like shore. I close my eyes, pain and tenderness tangled together. I can't be your life raft, I say gently. And you can't be my way to keep Ethan alive. She's quiet a long moment. So what are we then? We're two people who loved him, I say. And we're going to stop letting other people use that love as a weapon. We make a plan that isn't romantic, but it's real. Coffee once a week in public and grief counseling, separately. If feelings turn into something honest later, we'll face it without using Ethan as an excuse. Diane doesn't call me for 3 days. When she finally texts, it's one sentence. I won't warn Ray. It isn't an apology, but it's a boundary she's respecting. An officer calls to confirm they've opened an inquiry into the loan documents and want originals for verification. It's not closure, but it's movement. If you're reading this and your family is using respect to mean shut up, here's what I learned the hard way. Boundaries aren't cruelty. Documentation isn't betrayal. And grief doesn't give anyone the right to control your reality. You don't honor the dead by lying about how they lived.